you've had a birthday since then. Happy belated.
Thank you. Happy belated to you as well.
Well, thank you.
Pisces gang.
Yeah, let's get it. And so you released this project. How is it different than the other projects that you've released? It's definitely my favorite of what you've released, and it definitely feels
Thank you.
Go ahead. Definitely feels like an insane kind of like milestone in your career, you know?
Thank you. How is it different? One of the main differences is the incorporation of the sound bowls, the sound healing that I've been studying. I'm still studying.
Yeah.
And so you'll be seeing me do more with that, especially the crystal bowls. I have like 22 bowls right now. So
Can you do you have one that you could show us? I'm from Kansas City, so a lot of this is okay. So we won't have you.
I'm like, hold on. Let me write
Yeah. But explain what you mean by a sound healing bowl. And I know you put them on every song in the album.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the main difference, because to me, all of my albums are just reflections of me at that period in my life, you know?
Yeah.
And in this period, or while I was recording Chalumba, I was really diving into sound healing, studying sound healing and the chakra system. So the chakra system follows the endocrine system, which is like your glands. And they've found that certain tones, certain frequencies resonate with different parts of your body. And so these bowls are tuned to different keys, and they're in different notes that resonate with different parts of your body on like the cellular level. You know, there's like real research, and there's like, it's a whole field that I'm becoming more familiar with and that I am sharing as I learn, because I just think it's like magical to me. I will go upstairs. That's where I have a little home studio, and I have all my bowls laid out, and I'll just play them for hours and just get myself together. So yeah, the bowls that I use are crystal. They're from Crystal Tones, a company called Crystal Tones.
Shout out Crystal Tones.
They shout out to Crystal Tones, and they basically are not your typical like white crystal bowls. They're infused with different gemstones and different minerals and metals. So I have a bowl that's like ruby and platinum, you know, so the properties of the ruby are contributing to the vibrations of that particular bowl, you know. I have like a rose quartz bowl that they all sound different. They all sound different each time I play them, actually, because it depends on how I'm feeling and you know what's happening around me.
What's dope too about the album is like, so you have this very I mean, you know, it's like this ancient idea that obviously, you know, you're still learning and growing through, but so you have this like crystal bowl healing, but then you have Future on the same song with it.
Yes.
Which is like, I think that's one of the reasons why, in that, you know, I take myself back to the first listen of your album. I was like, holy shit, this just feels like something I haven't heard before, which is really hard in 2020.
You know, I think and I feel like we all are multi-dimensional creatures, you know, and I'm just never afraid to just explore all the parts of me and to share all the parts of me, because before I used to feel like I had to choose, you know, I had to sort of simplify my personality so that it could be like more marketable or more understandable for people. But at the end of the day, it's just, I don't want to have to alter or censor who I am, because the people that get it, you know, and the people who don't, it's not for them, and that's fine. So yeah.
Are you a sensitive person? Like, does the like comments or negative feedback or any of that, does that get to you?
It depends on the day. It depends on the day. You know, I can definitely be more sensitive than other days. Some days I'm very sensitive, and those are the days where I'm like, delete Instagram, delete Twitter, don't even look at it. Some days I just don't care. I think that I'm trying to get to a place, and I think I'm getting in a better place to where I am not really affected by praise or by criticism. I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, because everyone has an opinion, you know, and that's great. You know, it doesn't really mean, I appreciate people that have opinions and, you know, that are very passionate about their opinion. But at the end of the day, there's billions and billions of opinions. And just realizing that and just being more confident within myself, I kind of just don't care about as much. But like I said, there's days.
There's definitely some of that in the album too, where it felt like you weren't holding back, or there was like a fearlessness in it, and I think that always kind of comes through. Is that now? I know that in all of everything that is going on and in the much bigger picture, obviously what we are concerned about are people's livelihoods, people's lives, everyone being safe. If we can kind of zoom in for a little bit and only focus on Jhené, the artist, you release this body of work, and then this crazy thing happens that's never happened in our lifetime. How did that affect how you felt about the album, about the promotion for the album, in shows, and like just the artist? And if we can, you know, again, we understand the bigger issue, but like,
exactly. So I had been feeling probably for the past 8 months, like when I really dove into the sound healing and really started to like learn about it, and I was really incorporating it into the music, my whole perspective changed about music and sound. And I was kind of already in the middle of doing this album and, you know, wrapping it up. And I was just like, I can't wait to put out this album so I could put out an album of just all sound bowls and singing, and something that's really, really focused on meditation and sleep and healing. And so for me, I was kind of like, I just feel like I even more so feel the need to continue with this work that I'm doing and to go even deeper, dig even deeper into the sound healing, because it's something that we all have access to, you know, that we can use to our advantage. There's sounds all around us that we can tune into, whether it be a car going by outside or a bird or the wind. There's sounds all around us. And I feel like when you just tune into even simple sounds, you're just becoming more aware in that moment, and you're just truly in the moment. So, I think that, like I said, it's just made me really want to dig deeper into it. And right before this all happened, at least in California, where we had to be on lockdown, and we were talking about my tour and we were talking about everything, and I was just thinking, wow, I really need to slow down right now, because I haven't seen my daughter in so long, and I've been working and she's been at school. So it's kind of been like a little bit of a blessing in disguise. It's like it's balanced out, even though there's, you know, I'm cooking every day, I'm cleaning every day. Like it's things that I haven't done in so long that I was yearning for, but it's really sat everybody down, I feel like. And I have more time now to really focus on my studying of the sound healing and focus on my daughter and myself, and really making sure that I'm staying strong, like spiritually and mentally.
It is kind of, you know, we are with our loved ones, hopefully, and it's time together. There is something kind of rewarding about being in this together.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
Which is nice. Are you a good cook? Like, how are you?
I'm amazing.
Holding it down?
I'm an amazing cook. And
what's your daughter's favorite dish that you make?
She likes my curry. I make Japanese curry, golden curry. It's really good. I can pretty much cook anything. Like, I learned from my grandmother and my mom. I used to help them cook a lot, and me and my brother used to make a mess in the kitchen just coming up with our own little dishes. So yeah. And when back in the day when I had my EBT card, I used to be swiping it up, getting all the good groceries just at home with my daughter, figuring out meals. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure she's very proud of you.
She doesn't care. No, she's 11 now. She's a little angsty. She's like she acts like what I remember acting like that age, like 6th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah.
Your mom, like, she doesn't. I don't think she thinks I'm cool. She listens to like every other artist besides me. She's just looking at me like, okay.
Dang, that's tough. That's tough. But that's funny. So in this time, have you already started, like, are you making music now?
Right now, I've definitely,
you deserve a break. You just put out this full, you know what I mean?
I think I'm constantly making music. I have, like I said, a little setup at my house. So I'll go up there every day and either write a poem or mess around with my bowls or listen to instrumentals. I have Logic on my computer, which I dabble in sometimes. I make my own little beats. So yeah, I am. I'm definitely taking my time and taking this time to really reflect and, like I said, keep myself mentally and spiritually and physically strong.
Yeah.
I have one of those little mirror workout things where they work out in the mirror.
How is that? We see advertisements for those all over.
It's amazing. Honestly, like, come
on. I'm very skeptical of those.
No, I honestly like they have this category called family fun, and it's like dance aerobics or like little 15-minute workouts that have definitely been useful, like during this time, especially. But yeah, I forgot your question.
Yeah, that's all right. What have you been watching?
Ooh, okay. So first, my daughter, Nami, has been watching in order. She's been watching The Office. And so every day, that's our thing. We watch The Office.
The greatest show of all time.
Twilight Zone is probably the greatest show of all time. But if you're, on the serious side, I guess, but on the comedic side, I guess, I'll give it to The Office. But between the Twilight Zone and The Office, I think.
Yeah, that's a good mashup.
That's a good mashup. And then, of course, the Tiger King.
Tiger King.
Had to watch that. Yeah.
Again, you should go listen to Jhené's new album, and you should go watch Tiger King. This is it's the craziest documentary. I would love to hear you explain to people, assuming that they know nothing what it is. Explain to people at home, what is Tiger King?
What is Tiger King? Tiger King is a docuseries about the world of exotic animal hoarding. There is drama, there is comedy, there is scandal. There is murder.
Yes.
It will pull on your heartstrings, especially if you love cats. It will have you questioning every member of the cast. It's exciting. It's stressful. And I don't know if it's just because I'm stuck in the house, but it's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
First of all, it's a great sell. All right. Netflix owes you a check for that. Yeah, they owe you a check for that.
I'm available.
Do you think Carol killed her husband?
First of all, you just spoiled it for anyone.
Well, we don't know if she did or she didn't, but what do you think?
I personally like to believe in the greater good of people. So I'm going to say that she did not kill her husband. I don't think she killed her husband. Just like I don't think Joe did anything I think it's all. That's what I would like to believe. I would like to believe that they're just got mixed up in some craziness. But I mean, obviously, I don't know. I just would like to think that she didn't kill her husband and that he didn't kill those cats. And I don't know.
Well, would you like to hear what I think?
Yes,
no, I think they did all of those things. I think that she killed her husband. I think Joe Exotic for president. I think that's a wild boy. But he,
he's a Pisces.
No, how do you know that Joe was a Pisces? How do you know that? Like how deep is your Pisces gang? Like, how did you
number
find
one,
that
whenever there's like a character, I'm always like, because he used such a big personality, I'm like, what is his sign? I have to know his sign. And usually when I do that, they're either a Pisces or a Sagittarius. My rising is a Sagittarius. So whenever I'm like intrigued enough to like figure out someone's sign, they're usually a Pisces. Because I was just like, he's a star, but he's crazy. Like, and then as you watch it, it just, you love him, then you hate him, then you love him, then you're just like, I don't know. Like, so anyway, I looked it up.
From a GQ standpoint, the outfits in that show alone, 5 stars. Like, you can't, the wedding, the matching pink shirts at the wedding.
The music, though, like, Joe, honestly, I mean, I know that he's done bad things, but
bars.
He had bangers for sure.
Yeah. You guys collabing on a track. Must be a vibe.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I mean, for me, because I am a foster parent to kittens.
Yeah, you don't play around.
I don't play around, and I even tried to get I tried to get a litter. I hit up the people that I work with. They're called Adopt and Shop. It's a place out here in LA. And
shout
anyway,
out to Adopt and Shop.
Yeah, shout out to Adopt and Shop. And so they have these programs where you can foster kittens, and you can do it for like 4 to 6 weeks until they're ready to be, until they weigh enough to be adopted. Mm. So you basically get them at like their best the cutest stage of a kitten. So anyway, I love cats. I'm saying all of that to say I love cats. And so for me, it was hard to watch because even with Carol, it was like, but you're still, you're profiting off of these cats still. And it's like, they're not in the wild. And I get it that they get hunted in the wild. And it was just hard to see. It's hard for me to see any animal in a cage. Like, yeah. I can't even go to the zoo because I get like very sad and I just want to free them. But then I'm like, where are they going to go? Maybe this is the best place for them. I don't know. Then I'm all confused. And then it's just like, breathe.
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely, it's one of those documentaries that it shows you how powerful, how dark, and how over the top people can be. Because the animals are perfect. They didn't ask for any of that. Mm-hmm. But man, there's some characters in it. And I highly recommend it. You highly recommend it.
Yes. It is stressful though. Like, I am sensitive in that way where I can watch something and I'm so sensitive to like what I'm watching that I physically start to feel all the things that are going on. And by the end of it, I was kind of like, I couldn't sleep the night that I finished it. I literally could not sleep. Like my whole nervous system was like, and I was I literally had to just lay there and like breathe and sort of meditate. And I probably ended up dreaming about Joe. Nothing crazy. But...
I didn't say you're doing it. I didn't say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, watch that show. If you guys are just now joining us, I am Mark Anthony Green. Miss Jhené Aiko needs no introduction is here. We're talking about what we've been watching. And Jhené has some book suggestions for people.
Oh my God, I have so many. Are you ready?
Very.
Okay. This one is the most important one.
Can I make one announcement before?
Yes.
Send us questions, and you guys send us questions. I'm gonna field them, and we're gonna definitely try to work to get to a couple of you guys' questions. Again, the most important thing in this whole thing is that you're taking care of yourself and you're taking care of those around you. And so Jhené, who's one of the biggest hearted people, biggest hearted people, big-hearted people, big-hearted people that we know in the GQ family. She was kind enough to come and hang out, and she's got some book recommendations. So send those questions through.
Okay. So this is a book that I just started reading. I have it on audiobook and iBook and a hard copy, just because it's been so, I don't know. It's inspired me. It's teaching me. It's all the things that you can ask for in a book. It's called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. How common people are doing the uncommon. Training your brain to tune into frequencies beyond your material world. The way that he writes and the way that he explains everything is so simple. He sort of does a great job of like explaining the mystical and the scientifical, if that makes any sense. So it's a very easy read and very practical practices to apply to your life. The power of thinking, the power of thought, the power of manifesting.
Yeah.
The way that he breaks it, because sometimes people will be like, oh, your thoughts, you are what you think. And they kind of just leave it at that. And you're kind of like, okay, like whatever that means, ooh, and it's always some hippy dippy, everyone takes it as like, you're just being like, high, like you're smoking, but it's like, no, like these are actual things that he shows the studies that have been done. He's a neuroscientist, so he knows all the science behind it, Yeah. And yes, so Becoming Supernatural.
What's cool about that too is I feel like now more than ever we have obviously seen that there's a lot that we can't control. And so,
but there's a lot that we can, though.
Right. And so let's focus on what we can. Yeah. And we can, there's like, it's a thing, especially in this new era of GQ, that we've been trying to kind of shed a light on and kind of help certain people, help people really figure out a way to start this kind of personal growth wherever you want to go. Journey. And right now I think is